let's try and have a look at that, shall we? Let's get started with this, and we'll see how we go. And today is Father's Day. As Spacey reminded us earlier. Braino does have plans this afternoon as well, so Brain isn't going to be about for a lot. So the stream's probably going to be an hour and a half or so. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Brain's definitely going to be gone by then, though. I will borrow a particle effect from Brain, and then we'll look at how to set it up and how that works.
Yeah, you should choose one.
Okay, let me open your screen up a little bit. Hello, Coinmonger. Thank you for the 5 bits. Happy Sunday to you, good sir. Let me put this on a brighter screen.
I think so. They have lengthy and more blurry ones. I think they are if you want faster rain. So this is the least blurry one, I guess.
Okay. So they are all a bit blurry, but I guess that makes sense, right? Oh, was that just like water on a screen sort of effect? That, yeah.
Yes. It says Sprite raindrops. Maybe you can even place it on the floor or something.
Possibly.
Yeah. Just like flash them and.
Okay, yeah, that's an idea. Okay, let's go for the. Which one did you go for?
I don't know. I just picked one randomly, actually. But
I was going to say to go for a different one to you just to see how it looks.
Yes, you should do that. So
you went for the blurred large by the looks of that.
Yep.
So we'll go for the short. We'll go for less fast rain.
Which one is the blurred large,
rain? Though? Yes, you do go and get to see the cats today, Spacey. I expect some pictures, and I expect to hear about the needy boy again. Oh yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't there? Oh, maybe you didn't use any of those. Let's just go for that shorter one anyway, should we?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that could work. Let me open a folder ready. Pictures, open file location. Here we go. Sweet. Thank you. Again, these are just for practicing purposes. Brainoid has paid for these. I'm not going to be using them in any commercial project or anything. But to get things of this quality, you may expect to pay some money for them.
Yeah, if anyone wants to pay for it, it's called Ultimate VFX by Mirza Wade. Unity assets. I guess he has it for Unreal as well. I'm not sure.
Okay. I guess, yeah, if they're assets, it should be. You'd imagine that you would be utilizing both of them.
Wait.
Okay.
This one.
Monthly. Awesome. Thank you for showing that. So it's good to support content creators as well, isn't it? Because they do allow people to create stuff faster and focus on what they want to focus on. Monthly Gamedev challenges, particle effects. Let's save that in here. Okay, sorry, I know you can't quite see what I'm doing at the moment. I'm going to put Brain's screen off to the side and we'll get importing this now. So we're going to go into a new folder called Rain. We've done our folders in a bit of a weird system here, but it's just because we're going through different steps. I think it's nicer to do it this way. We're going to get...
let's just try to not to call our particle systems Quick Start or something.
Look, it's a great name. Right, Rain. The rain is here. Okay, there we go. We can see the odd little splash. Fantastic.
Yeah. I'll watch you as you create your material for the rain.
Yes, long time since we've done it before. We should probably just copy one from elsewhere, but I might just do it from scratch. Where are we at? Rain. Here we want to create a material. It's going to be called Rainfall. We need to get what do you call it in? Well, there's two things. You have the texture thing down here, isn't it? Texture coordinate? No. I got this. Don't you worry. I remember there's one thing at the top, one at the bottom, and we take the alpha from both of them. So one is just color. Oh no, wasn't it a param? Dynamic parameter?
I don't have your screen, so
Oh,
I
sorry.
couldn't
Let
do that.
me.
It's okay.
I'll share it anyway.
You don't need a dynamic parameter yet. I don't think we're gonna be needing that.
Okay, the texture sample, I think they called, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
Ah, there you go. All right, so we do this. We choose from here the rain one. There we go. Now we need to change a few things about it, if I remember, isn't it? Well, we did. Actually, no, it wasn't on that one. It's down here. Yeah, on the output, we needed to change it from to either translucent or additive. I think we'll probably do. We want to kind of see through the rain a bit. I don't know if additive would be good for it.
I guess I used translucent.
We can have a look at the difference when they're up, I guess. Okay, so then we would take the RGB of this. Would we feed it straight in, or would there be something else?
Actually, it was additive, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, it shouldn't be additive.
Oh.
Changing it. Maybe it was the issue. No, it's
not. So I'm wondering, is this wrong at the moment? Because it's completely white. Let me, I'll share my screen for you now as well. Sorry, dude. 15 frames per second. There you go. I should let you see that. And opacity, we needed to pass in the alpha value from this, didn't we? I think as well.
Yes.
So do we pass the? Yeah, I think that's about right. That looks better now as well. I can see like raindrops roughly in the air. Yeah, that's what I was looking to see. So I'm happy with that. We might come back and fix it. I can't remember exactly what we do, but okay. So the next step, if we go, I've done the material. Let's see. We then have two things: is particle effect and a particle system.
Did you use particle color?
No. There we go. That's one thing we forgot. So that's to get it from the particle system, right? So we can change the.
You should multiply.
With that. I knew this.
Then.
Yes. So, do we need the alpha as well?
What? No, the RGB is for the base color and alpha is for opacity.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you choose a color and things, you can set the transparency as well, I guess, from the particle system.
Yes.
So I was wondering whether we did it that way, but that works fine. There we go. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, so we've done that. So our next steps, if I remember, is to make a system and a particle effect thing. Let me just see how we did it for Foxy. Yeah, we have particle emitter, and then we have a particle system. So we did our emitter first. So we're going to go and have a look in our rain folder and make one of these. So right click, particle, so that's in VFX, or FX, sorry. We make an emitter, new emitter from a template. And I guess this is hanging particles, swirling in rectangular area. No, an omnidirectional burst. Upward mass burst, fountain, empty, directional burst. I don't know if directional burst might be the one. Omni means every direction, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree that directional burst might be the start point?
Yeah, I could use that. I mean, I just duplicated another system and used that.
Okay.
Changed that.
But, fair enough. Okay. It's quite good to try and do it from the start again, just because I think...
yeah, you could even start with a blank one, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a particle emitter, and we'll call this rainfall. We're going to jump into that.
Okay, so it had something to do with the GPU simulation. I switched it back to CPU, then it works properly.
Oh, wow.
There's a setting with the there's a setting, remember, called fixed bounds. I don't know.
Yes.
I should fix something in that to resolve the issue. I don't know really.
Oh, what's interesting is this. This is really interesting, actually. I didn't think that impact would create this. Like, this could be used for like a blood splatter really easily as well, right? Or a spit or whatever. So how is this working? Is this loads of that one picture, or is that one picture being stretched? It must be.
I don't know
Sorry.
what's happened there, but
So we have like around 20 little dashes here, right? And I'm trying to figure out. I think there's definite.
Yes, you have a sprite size scale by velocity. Maybe
So
that changes things because they get squashed. I don't have that.
where did we see that?
At the very bottom, sprite size scale by velocity. So
Okay.
if you disable that,
And see if it just goes more straight, like or in a one direction. I paused it, which doesn't help. Oh,
no.
didn't really do much, did it? Oh, it makes them. Yeah, they're fatter at the start, so this makes them thinner at the start, and then they grow fatter. So that's fine. By mass.
So they have rotational velocity, I guess. So the angle changes and it's an illusion.
This is an unpleasant place to be, isn't it? What did you say? It was a rotational this thing.
Yes.
Inertia. What's inertia, dude? Are you able to explain what that means in a sentence or no?
No, I cannot.
No, that's fine. That's okay.
Can you check? We don't. Where do we give the? Oh, maybe the gravity force, right? If we disable the gravity force.
Okay.
So
All right,
goes
that looks better.
So we see that we have another velocity going on there.
Yeah, just trying to get to a decent angle.
I don't know. Oh, okay. We have an add velocity in cone.
Yeah, this one. Okay, there we go. So without that, it just spawns them all here.
Okay,
Yeah.
what if we enable gravity force now?
Okay. Okay, yeah, so it just falls downwards. That looks quite cool still. It's funny how it gets longer the further through, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's because of the sprite size scale by velocity, right?
Yeah, that would be. It's interesting the effect you can have, isn't it? Interesting, but just stop saying it. So, okay, how many are being spawned? Let's have a look at that first then. So we want to go in the emitter state. It does it once for 1 second. That's all good. So we spawned 75 of them. We just did one. Okay, and then we add the cone. You can see it's just, yeah. So that one, though, is that the entire image? I'm confused by that. It feels like it's just taking like one raindrop out of the image rather than a bunch of them.
Yeah, are we too far away or something? No.
Like I can go up to it here. You can see.
Okay, so let's check sprite renderer and if we have a sub UV or something.
So down here.
I don't think so though. No, we don't. Oh, so we didn't select the sprite.
Oh, that's why. So it's just using this default material. That's great that you can get an effect like that though, even just with the bloody a ball, you know?
Yeah, so we're using this not sprite sheet, like many drops in a single texture thing to just for optimization purposes. You can use a single droplet as well.
Yeah, no, this is cool though. I feel this is enjoyable to experience and see the how you can make something. Because to me, I know it's simple, but to me that looks awesome. Like if I had a game where it did that when you bumped into the side of a track, a race track, for example, I think that looks great. So you just make it spark colored, you know. Or if I get shot and it does maybe a less fountainy one or whatever, it's nice to know how you. how quick that
Fantasy.
was. As much as a lot of it is set up by default, I think the last 2 weeks means that we can click on these things and try and look for bits that have been changed. So I mean, it has felt a bit difficult for me the last 2 weeks, like thinking how would I do this completely from scratch. But I think it's a building up of experience, and I'm quite happy with that. So okay, let's change the material then to the rain material. Rainfall, that's the one. Okay, now we have a lot of black particles.
Why?
What's wrong with my material? Save? Has this been chosen?
Can you also multiply the particle color alpha with the texture sample alpha?
This thing, yeah?
I don't think that's the issue, but yeah, you should do that anyways.
Now before this was looking oh no, I think you can still see them. Yeah, you can still see the material looks okay.
Maybe there's an no, I don't think so though. Wait, let's check
now.
let's check the emitter again.
Okay, so the rainfall texture material, has been selected. The UVing, well, that means it's using the whole thing, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
To be honest, I can't even see anything anymore. It was. Maybe it's tiny. Do you remember we had this issue before?
Yes.
So
but that doesn't explain that it was black ones.
Yeah. Maybe it was loading in
so
or something.
you wanna look at initialized particle, I guess.
In here, the scale, is it?
Sprite size should enable it. Actually, it uses a sprite size scale by velocity, maybe no. Can you disable the sprite size by velocity?
We have got something. Yeah. Give me a sec.
So
I don't know where I am in the world. I hate like.
Press F.
Can't see it at all, but it could be because it's additive or translucent. I don't know if it's just difficult to see.
I can see it in a similar environment.
This is true, actually. Okay, so sorry, you wanted me to turn off the size by velocity. Let's turn that back off as well. And am I still spawning 75 of them? Yeah.
Oh, do you also have the... No, that shouldn't be the problem. Can you make it loop again?
Oh, what the... Flipping heck. Loop, as in infinite.
In finish. And see now your timeline, the end of the timeline.
Oh, yeah. I see. I really hate that there's a play button for the options there. It's... Okay. Okay, I see nothing. What is going on here, eh? Renders, anything in here? Material using... No. Face camera. Yeah, that's like we've had before, like the billboard type. LSG Dave, hello there. Well, Sundays we do the game dev. We used to do it on a Tuesday and Thursdays, and then cooking on a Sunday, but we switched it up now. I'll do random lunchtime cooking streams in the week, my lunch break at work, and then I'll do the game dev on the Sunday afternoon. How's it going anyway? Sort mode. Trying to see what would potentially be changing this.
And how were you able to see something when you switch back to left view or something to see
Oh
the
yeah,
work.
yeah, that was the thing, wasn't it? So it's still happening here.
But this doesn't look like the material we selected, does it?
No, no.
How is that possible?
Save, compile. Damn it. Yeah, do you know? If we do one, it's just that one. I mean, it could be, but see what it's like from the. Oh no, it's facing camera actually, so it should always be the same.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of having spawn burst instantaneous, sorry, we should have a emitter spawn rate.
Yeah, I'm starting to think like, is it worth just trying to make one not from that template? If it's happening, just to see. We keep that as it is and see if we notice the difference.
No, of course, man. Yeah.
Just
Let's look it
because. So, do you reckon we should a new emitter from a template, and we could do empty, I guess. A simple sprite burst with no location or velocity. Are we? No, let's just go empty. We'll go from the start. Rainfall 2, good naming. Yeah, I thought so. I recognised the little Overwatch badge that you always used to have as well. So I did thought it was you, and then I saw your little picture was that. Based Bristol way, right? If I remember correctly. Okay. Might just get. Yeah, I recall. Okay, so let's go into the sprite renderer and give this the right texture to begin with. Okay, and then we want to spawn initialize particle. Wasn't that the one that we initialize particle? No, where did we say how many we wanted? Ah, it's in the spawn burst. Okay. So I'm wondering, like, should I be seeing anything at this point when I've just added it in? I guess.
So did you change the material? Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah, it's okay. I put the rainfall on, but I haven't done a burst or anything.
Yeah, let's add a spawn rate.
Yeah, what's the spawn rate at again, dude?
Under emitter update.
That's the one.
No, press plus and add a module called spawn rate.
That's the one. Spawn rate. There we go. Okay, so let's just set this to 10 at the moment. That means 10 per second, right? Still can't see anything. Well, something's happening here. Let's try and take the scale up as well then.
Yes.
The scale was, I thought it was in here, but.
Oh, so actually, I have the scale up to 600 or something.
Okay.
It's quite big.
Do you know where the scale is?
Yes, initialize particle.
Thank you. Okay, so if we now go perspective. Okay, there we go. So we've got something. We got a flashing rain texture. I think this is the first we've actually seen the bloody rain, so I'm happy with that. Okay. And it's always facing the camera, right? So you can rotate around it and it'll always face you. That's cool. So what we want now is this to kind of just fall over time, right? So you can either do this by like a gravity or we can add velocity down, I guess. So that would be in the particle update. Well, if they got velocity in here. Add velocity. Yeah, that's fine. Let's fix the issue. It needs to go before that. Yeah. And we want to move it down, so that would be like -10. Ooh. Okay. That's because it's spawning 10 over a second, though. That's not a problem. Waterfall, mate. That's great.
Waterfall, yeah.
Okay, so if I don't spawn 10, that should look a little less crazy. Oh no, because it does it just... Oh, do you remember this? It spawns it on the 1 second, doesn't it? Okay. So I guess we could add a bit of variance to it. So say it's a 50-50 chance of spawning and we'll spawn 2 per second or something. Probably would do a bit more than that. So we make it 0.25 and we'll spawn 5 per second. I mean, it looks a bit crap right now, but just, it's fine. We're experimenting. Hey, Lucky Feathers. Just checked about your... Oh, yeah, man, I'm a year into the job now. But yeah, it's been a bit difficult to keep everything going at the same time. It's been motivating myself to still learn stuff and stream and work hard at work and look after myself outside of work. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Yeah, but I think it's something I'd like to work a bit more on at the moment, because I think in recent 6 months or so, like my attitude towards working out of work has been not where I'd like it to be. So yeah, it's I need to switch things up a little bit. Coding is like digital cooking, but for games or something. There's an algorithm to cooking, you could say. Lucky, how you doing, man? Okay, right. So we got little bits of rain falling here. I guess would we want a vertical randomness as well on the spawn point, so that they don't all fall in the same position each time. So let's go to particle spawn. Is there a position?
I guess you need a box location, don't you think?
Yeah, but where does that come into it? Sorry, dude. I agree with you, but I still struggle to think. Like so at the moment I'm spawning them based on the spawn rate, right?
Your logic was right. So yeah, particle spawn.
So in here, you say here you can spawn anywhere within this box, is it? And so the box at the moment is 100 by 100. I think. I wish it would visualize that, but so this should be a bit more widespread now. I guess one thing we don't need it varied on is the Z. I mean, you could argue, would you vary it on the depth as well, Brain? I guess you would, so you get some closer to the camera, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's quite. It's obviously it's not spawning enough of them at the moment. I'm fine with that, people.
So I have like 10,000 for X and Y and only 1,000 for Z.
Okay, so that's the approach you went for. So so you did it so long just to give it a larger area, right?
Yes.
So this is the way you say it'd be within here. You say how large you want it to cover in your game space, I guess, right?
Yeah. And you can make it to start from a little above using the box offset.
So this is so it doesn't come from the 0 position, right? So if we wanted it to be like 1,000 in the sky, that's probably far too high.
No. Can you also enable the floor in scene settings? So window.
Yeah. Window. Preview scene settings. Yes. Floor. Yeah, I guess that helps give us a bit of perspective on where it's going to be hitting.
Yeah, that helped me.
Let's go up a bit.
Using that, I added this. Can you see this? So I added some
little bouncy bits.
Yeah, so the rain hits the floor and
Oh, did you just do that with the offset then, is it? Or in your particle system you added one with a 0 offset?
yeah, it's a 0.
That's cool. I mean,
Uh,
you'd have
it
to have a very flat fall for it, but still.
yeah, I mean I can use collision for this, but I just
Yeah, that's interesting. I
wanted
like that.
simple stuff. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Um, so the velocity at the moment, we could say it looks a little like snow. It doesn't seem to be going fast enough. So we're going to try and make it go a little bit faster. Let's get it at minus 100. I think it might be too fast. I also think the spawn rate needs to probably be upped in the probability. So, okay, sweet. Now, a bit of a. I'm wondering if like adding a randomized bit of angle on it could be interesting.
Yeah, I use that.
Sweet. Okay,
Initialize particle.
so within the here, uh,
Sprite rotation.
this, and then you change this to one of those float range or something, isn't it? That's the one. So, and is 360?
I have something like 0 between 30.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Is 1 degree or is it?
Yes, 1 degree.
Okay, so that would be doing some sideways. The thing is, the velocity still goes. I guess I want to vary the velocity a little bit as well, maybe.
Yes.
So this is just rotating the actual particle, is it?
Yes, the
Do we?
sprite.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we can do that. So we can say it's between like minus 45 and. I mean, that's quite a heavy angle, but. And it will look a bit silly if one's going like diagonal one way and moving the other way. Sorry, low score. Let me catch up with what you said and you, Lucky. So we get a year and 3 months into mine, and I already had a hard time for Twitch, which is yeah. We're actually the same time in. I'm a year and 2 months into mine. There's probably a reusable calculation to get decent spawn rate depending on the box size. Right. Okay. Yeah, that could work. I see what you're saying. Good. Tired after a party last night. Oh, you're so young and happy. I like it, Lucky. Been watching Last of Us 2 gameplay this morning. Yeah, there's been quite a few people. Initially, I heard some negative things about it, but the last few people I spoke to about it seem to have really enjoyed it. How's the rainfall when it's sunny? That is, well, have you ever seen a rainbow, good sir? That's what I would say to you. Okay, so this velocity, we want to upgrade one of these. Can you split? Oh, I'm not too sure how we do this. How we can upgrade each individual one. Would it be a... Oh, yeah, that could work, I guess. So we want it, but 100 and 100 still. We'll keep them raining. I guess some of them could go a bit slower. So let's do this one minus 50. And then let's get a slight variance on the X and Y. So this isn't going to be much. This will just be, maybe we'll do minus 10 to 10. Do the same here, actually. Okay, so that should give us a tiny bit of variance. I don't like how much I've rotated the this at all, actually. So I'm just gonna really negate that down because it doesn't. They're not corresponding to one another. So a little bit of variance helps. I don't think it needs too much more than that. Okay. Game looks good so far. I'm an hour in. Awesome. Cool. I'm not too sure how long those games are. I remember like Elisha played through one of them on the stream, which took her quite a while to get through. And I know my mate Jay has been playing through it all weekend and still hasn't finished it. So, okay. Oh yeah, with this for now, I think we're in a position where we can save it and try it and see how it looks in application. So I'd need to make a particle system now. A Niagara system. From selected emitters. Yeah, that's fine. We'll choose our one. Rain 2. Finish. So this is going to be our particle system rainfall. And we drag it in. And now we have to try and find it. Or see it. I can't see it at the moment. Let's bring it closer. Oh yeah, I can see it. So we need a lot more of it, is what we're learning.
Yeah, definitely.
It's difficult with the cloud this strong as well, so we might try looking at that particle system for the fog and just really bring it down a sec. Where are we? Fog. This, and we just want the opacity of it. So where was this going to be sorted? Oh, didn't we make a curve for this possibly as well? The alpha here. We'll go with 0.1 to really. Oh no, even lower than that, I guess. This we got a bit of it still. We still like it. It's just we want to see the rain a bit more. Yeah, that's a bit better. So our rain at the moment is not filling this box. It's quite hard to see it as well. So we might need to scale it a little larger possibly. So let's go and have a look at our rain.
Or have a less dense fog. I don't know.
No, well, I've made the fog really less strong now. Can you see? I mean, even from this angle, it's not the easiest to see. So we'll make the box spawn bigger first. I might as well do this in the particle effects rather than the particle system at this point. So let's make it 2000 instead. Because really we want to look at it from this perspective, right? We could also just look at how big this floor is. Oh, we don't know. That's one thing I hate. Oh, we can use the ruler Brino taught us about last time.
Yeah.
How'd you do? Middle click. So this is 3000 across. Great. Okay, so let's go 4000 each direction. So we go to our box. Oh, this is the wrong one. That was rain number 1. Let's get rid of that. So we go 4000 by 4000. I guess this would give slight variance as well if we do a small in the Z. Okay. And then let's go back to our... Okay, let's close these ones. I'm not really looking at those. The fog I am, that's fine. Let's get rid of some of these though. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's go back into a normal mode. Have we still got the particle system in? Where's my world outliner out here? I'd like to have it over here normally. Okay, is my rain in here? Rain here. There we go. Okay, I can see it a bit more. So we're doing an offset of, I forgot how tall it is actually. Let's have a look then. If we go from the left and we do, hold on. Sorry people for taking a little bit of time. That is the floor, so we need it touching the floor. Let's go from the left. So this is, yeah, about 1000 in height, so we can go up to around 1200 as an area to spawn it. But we need it to fall for 1000 as well, so we need to make sure it hits the floor. So we need to make sure that it's alive long enough with the right velocity. I'm guessing it's velocity per sec, like units per second with the velocity. So if it's 5 seconds, it'd need to be around 200 velocity, I'm guessing. So at the moment we don't have massively. We could give it a longer lifetime. That's not a problem. Let's give it a 10-second life. I got a feeling that's going to be too long, but for now we're going to make sure we're spawning a lot of them. Okay. We considered taking the scale up as well, so the scale was in here. Let's try 1000 instead, see if it just might be a bit more obvious. That's looking a bit healthier, actually. Okay, so from the side, it does only seem to be pouring in a certain direction there, doesn't it? Let's go from the front. Right, so front is fine. From the... Yeah, it's only a small angle. What about from the Z then? Why is it just a narrow plane? I guess is the Y up in Unreal? It is, isn't it? Or is it not? No.
No.
I'm wondering why my box spawn is only spawning them in this short range. I must have messed something up on my box location. Oh yeah, one says 400 instead of 4,000. That'd be it. There we go. We got that. Oh, I like the side, the direction on your rain there, dude. Looks nice.
Not cool yet.
Well, in my eyes, it looks cool. Okay. Here we go. So if we press play, it's raining a little bit. I wonder if would it look heavier if we brought it down more? I'm not too sure. So we offset it, but that let's bring it down a little bit. We might see the top of the rain though with this, so we need to be careful with that. So if I F8 out of this and then fly up, it's going to get to a point where the rain isn't spawning anymore. I don't know, it seems fine. If we go side, we can actually see where they're spawning. Yeah, so spawning above where the level starts. It's falling for loads though. I kind of don't feel like I like the pulses that we're getting there. If I was to do the spawn, if I did it 100, is that going to look... Is that part of the problem?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's still... I guess, is the velocity accelerating over time? It is, isn't it? I don't know if it at the start it doesn't look like it goes as fast, and then it gets past this red line and it really falls. But it could just be my vision. My eye is seeing it that way.
I can't understand it from here, to be honest.
Yeah. Just something looks a bit wrong up here, in my opinion. Like it's not moving smoothly.
Maybe you can check solve forces and velocity and enable the speed limit and acceleration limit. I don't know, maybe it's along those lines.
Yeah. I have no idea what sort of velocity would be reasonable though as a limit, but no, yeah, that has changed it actually. It's consistently falling. It looks a bit more like snow now, so I guess maybe there is some benefit to having it accelerate like that. Let's just start it a little higher up in the sky again then. Okay, sweet. So we now have some rain effects. Looks a little bit like snow, as we said. But that's just because we got the shorter bit pieces, right? Can you randomize this? Yes, that's a good idea, Lucky. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, so this velocity that we've got. Did I already do it? No, I didn't. Yes, I have actually. The velocity, I've done it between 50 and 100, but we can speed that up a little bit. So that'll do a random value between. Yeah, I think it looks uniform because it gets to a point and it'll stop accelerating. I think that's the issue we're having. And then they'll all go at the same. See how this one looks, where we just limit the speed rather than the acceleration. No, he's still... Yeah, maybe I need to spend less time at perfecting this because we're just learning about it and we can see how it would work. With both of those off. You see what I mean? We're getting it kind of in like dribs and drabs then.
Yeah.
I mean... Could just spawn more of them, but I don't know if that's going to save it.
Even more. What about smaller particles?
What, as in scale it smaller, is it?
Mm-hmm. Just saying we should try that.
Yeah, it's hard to see them. It's really, I think it's that acceleration. They're just speeding so fast. But then if you cap the acceleration, I don't know, maybe... Struggling to get this to work. Let's try and put a really slow velocity on it because it's going to accelerate then. And then hopefully by the time it falls past the place it needs to.
Yeah, it's still weird.
Yeah, it's really clumpy, isn't it?
I used gravity force instead of velocity, but that shouldn't be the case, right?
I think it's the pulses in which it spawns it as well. If it almost feels, or maybe it could just be. How many did you spawn?
A lot. Let's see. 1,000.
Yeah, I've just changed mine to 1,000. Yeah, I mean that helps. I think it was because I've got a large box area and I was doing 100. It meant that you could easily have patches where it didn't choose and then it just looks like an empty spot for a while, right?
Yeah.
So that looks better. So what else have you been doing in the meantime there, Brain? I've seen you've been working on a couple or looking at a couple of things.
I'm trying to understand the advanced bits of Niagara, like binding the velocity. Somehow I couldn't fetch it, but binding the velocity to the rotation or something.
Right, okay.
It's weird.
Is this for like splashy bits we're looking at?
No, actually, so setting the rotation of the these raindrops automatically according to the velocity.
Oh, right, okay. So they face the direction they go in.
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. And then how about let me try and guess how you did. I guess I'll try and guess how you did the splashy bits then. So if we need to make another particle emitter.
Actually, I used these stars.
Yeah.
As the particles.
I can try and do it as that default white one. I don't mind. It might be. It might still be fine.
Let's see. They have
Let's go back.
cool for that.
I also feel that we can spawn it a little higher before I finish with it completely. Box location. We want it to be even higher. Takes a while for it to land, but then it's more consistent. I like that. Oh yeah, there's the thing where you can say like don't delay as well. Oh, I can't remember where that is.
Don't delay.
As in like it doesn't
simulate.
Yes, it like simulates it for a little bit.
So it's in the particle system instead of the emitter.
Ah, okay, great. Thank you, dude. Let's go into rain, particle system.
Yeah, and select the blue node instead. Yeah. I guess it's in the system properties. Yeah, warm up time.
Warm up down here. Okay. So if I say I want it to be like 2 seconds in, it should just maybe it needs more. There you go. 5 seconds in, so it just starts proper. There we go. That's nice. All right, so we're going to make another particle system. Not system, sorry, but a particle emitter. This is Niagara indeed, Hellcat, yes. So I'm going to try and do basically what I did accidentally with the last one. So if we go next, and we did a directional burst, I think is what I did last time. Although omnidirectional might be... No, we don't want it to go down, so we want it in a cone upwards. So we're going to try and do this. And this is going to be P, rain, splash. Okay. So for these, this cone direction, the velocity is going to be... velocity strength. Okay, that's fine. The cone angle, if we go 0, is that up? Or is that down? Okay, 180? I have no idea. Okay, maybe it needs more velocity in which case. Or maybe there's less gravity. No, the gravity will be fine. I basically want to just be spitting it upwards instead. What if we take this up to 750? I really don't understand this angle. Is it just really heavy or something? Hey Mario! So just so people watching, what I'm trying to do, I'd like it to just like fire a cone upwards. So as if a splash of water hit a puddle and you'd get a few pieces like splashing up off the floor. That sort of thing. I'm just trying to get it to shoot upwards straight but in random directions at the moment. So you woke Spacey up with the Mario noises. She's alive. The mass. Could it be the mass possibly? What's impacting this? Let's make it less. Hey Crass, how you doing, beautiful man? Thank you very much for the raid. See, does that being lighter means it should be able to be thrown a bit easier, I'm thinking. Hey Cody, nice to see you as well. Littlewood, great to see you, good sir. Thank you, Spacey. I'm just chilling with my orange hibiscus tea, watching videos about marble quarries. Oh, God, why marble quarries, Spacey? Ah, is it Crash Jam time, dude? Exciting. What was your theme? I need to do my own game jam. I did it as one of the charity goals from the stream at Christmas. So I do need to do one before the end of the year. And we're halfway through the bloody year. It makes me sad how much time has gone past and how much little I've achieved outside of work. Befriend books in eye-popping 3D. Eye-popping. Oh, wow. Cone angle. Oh, right. Okay. It's the direction is my problem here. The angle is how much we shoot out. Yeah. Is that this? Is that going up? I find it so hard to bloody see what's going on with this. So it's still shooting out to one direction. I don't quite know why. I want the lifetime to be a lot less as well. Probably using less than that. It seems to just be going to the left, and I don't know why it's going that way. No, whichever way I turn, it's still going this. Oh no, right, it's at my face now. So it's going in the... Okay. I think it's because we need them to be 0 direction if we want it to go up, and I put 1 in possibly. Let's go and have a look at this, and let's change these to 0. No, it does sweet. Oh, no, that is it. Oh, Dan, well done, you finally. 5 minutes later. Okay, we need a lot less velocity on those then, so let's go for 100 to 2. Maybe this up here a little bit. I was wrong. 250 to 400. We probably want less particle spawns as well, so where we have our spawning. Spawn rate. This. Probably just 10 or so. Maybe even 5 or so. Yeah, that could be fine. That could be fine. Because I saw one thing and fell down a rabbit hole. Well, what was the first thing you watched? Talk us through your hole of rabbiting. Again, we befriend books in eye-popping 3D, so we're making a twin-stick bullet hell, where you're a librarian and you shoot evil books. What sort of evil books are there? Crass? I'm sure many books have been labelled as evil historically, haven't they? Okay, so we basically want to spawn in a box thing with the same parameters as the other one. So we're going to have a look in our rainfall. What was the box location? 4,000, 4,000. So we're going to do that same thing. But we might need to spawn more of them at this rate. I think this needs to be 0. Uh-oh, I can't see any of them. It could be because we're not spawning many of them and we're getting such a massive range of them. So let's go and have a look at our spawn rate, which is here, and do like 1,000. There you go. So for now, let's see how that looks. So let's go into our rainfall and we want to add a new particle system. No, emitter, wrong word, Dan. Particle emitter to our particle system. We're going to add our splashes. And if we were to enable the Unreal crashed. I don't know when I saved. What did I even do? I added the particle emitter I just created to my existing particle system, which had one other emitter within it. Using the right click, add system emitter option. Bullet hell sounds better than strawberry that kills bananas with enchanted boxes. Is that what you're doing, Cody? Or Bullet hell is a. It always does make it sound a little more dramatic, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so sad that there's not enough
Like
Niagara
tutorials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ones that are existing are the old Niagara. It's not looking like ours.
Yeah. You'd hope it comes over time, but it's you end up being left with what the UE people tend to release. I feel, isn't it? Okay. Let's try and find what I've lost. I think the rain is still fine. I think. Let's get these back in. So we have our rainfall. Is the box and that all been fixed as it was? Yeah, I lifted it up higher. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Did we set the properties of the warm-up time? That was saved. Okay, that is good. So let's just open the other rain one, which was the splashes that we're working on. Okay, yeah, so this one hasn't saved. So we'd added a box locate. Oh yeah, but the amount of them, I guess, hasn't. Oh no, it has. Oh, we haven't scaled it to the same degree either. It's something that's worth considering. So let's go to the initialized particle sprite size. Let's go 100 by 100, so we can see them at least. Okay, let's try that and take it from there and see how it goes. So we've saved this time. Let's save this. Now we're going to add a new emitter again. We want to add rainfall, rain splashes. Don't crash. It crashed again. It doesn't like my particle effect. Why? I don't, Oh, good on you for attempting, Cody. No, go ahead, Brent.
I don't have the modules that they show in the tutorials.
Oh, really?
Am I missing some packages or something? I'm starting to wonder.
I'm not too sure.
I don't think you have them either. Like
yeah, I'd imagine not.
Something called collision query under particle update.
Let's just try and add in the splashes again. Is it because it's previewing? Let's just stop your previewing. Add. Here we go. Splashes. Don't crash. All right. So 3 times in a row means it's pretty consistent. We're gonna have to find a different way to do it. That makes me sad. So Spacey, this is a full-size excavator that looks like a small toy. Oh, that's giant. It does look like a small toy. Is this gigantic stuff? Or is it just tiny and it's automated? The way that falls makes it look giant, but they could have slowed it down as well. Enlarge quarry, but it looks small and fake. It does, doesn't it? I can see why that pickled your interest. I don't know why pickled. I didn't really mean to say that word there, but we said it. Okay. I don't know why it's not what I broke in that old particle system emitter. I mean, should I try and just add another one to find out, is it the particle system that's broke? So if we add, let's add the smoke one, for example. Yeah, anytime I try and add to the flipping system, it's breaking at the moment. I wonder if it's a memory thing. No, it shouldn't be. This isn't so good though, eh? Doing pretty good, but having issues with camera clipping through everything, which bugs you. Spent 2 hours trying to fix it, so now I'm just dropping. I know that feeling. Like you spend time doing it, and you're just like, I've been doing this for this long, and I've no progress. Oh, and it starts getting stressful. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the rainfall one, just in case that is what is a problem. World outline is gonna go over here where it belongs. Let's get the rain one. Let's delete it. I'm not going to use you for now. Let's go back into rain. And let's make a new particle system. Going to use our... Should we start with the splashes? Maybe that's what we can do. And this is going to be called our particle system. Rainfall 2. Okay, so let's drag this in. Okay, good. That's kind of what we wanted. I don't think it's looping at the moment. I think it just happens once. So let's quickly go into this. Can we go into the actual one? Showing content browser. This. I think we want to change this to looped. We also want to spawn it with a bit of variant, like staggered, rather than... Okay, so could we do spawn time here of over like 0.2 of a second, just to give a bit more variance? I don't know if that's... I'm not seeing anything now. I'll say, why is this window not full screen? I just don't like that they're all going at the same time here, but I'm feeling a bit equipped to... It's just because it's looping, I guess, right? Oh, I think one didn't work because the loop is only once, the lifetime is less than that. They all seem to be going on the same pulse, though. Okay, never mind. Save that anyway. Save. Save. Let's go and have a look. Can we see them? Are they just below the floor? No, we can kind of see them. If we bring it... Oh, that's the floor. We don't want to bring the floor up. Yeah, that seems fine, actually. The floor is here. Let's press end on this to take it down to the floor. Does that work? No. Okay, I'll try that, and then we will save everything in case it crashes again. And then we will add in a new particle system here. Particle emitter, stop saying system. And we're going to add in our rainfall. Okay, it didn't crash. I'm going to save. Okay, so it is... We are getting the splashes, but they're coming in waves, which I need to change because it doesn't look good. So I thought I would know how to control this, but I guess it's a little different because we're doing a burst. Burst instantaneous. So would I maybe change it to a different type of spawn? Is there just a spawn? Just a general spawn rate? Because instantaneous means they're all coming together. So let's just do that instead. Turn off that. And we want to do 1,000 of them instead. There you go. That's the sort of effect I was looking for instead. So let's save that. We probably want to change the alpha of these splashes a little bit as well. So that's in the initialize color alpha. Bring them down a bit. Did I save that? There you go. Yeah, that looks a bit better. So I'd be interested in seeing like how this would look with like good lighting as well. This environment with rain and with clouds and stuff like that. Because at the moment we've just got this daylight thing. It'd be interesting. But this, and look forward to doing the lighting, a month on lighting stuff as well. Because I think lighting makes a big difference to how cool things look.
Definitely.
Okay. I might try and just reduce the rain a little bit and then get a little less heavy. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, it's still raining pretty hard at the moment, isn't it? I also feel the particle effects are a bit too happy bouncy, but it's just it's the principle we're looking at rather than getting it absolutely perfect. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We could. I'm sure spawning 2,000 of these a second in a game is not going to be great for performance, but it doesn't matter so much for now, does it? Yeah, I wonder how we could. Okay, so if we save that, right, and then I'm gonna duplicate this. So Control W. We're gonna go rainfall, and then we'll try and do like a slower one, just to see if we can get something that looks a little less intense. So first let's get rid of this one. And then we're going to add in this. And then we'll change the settings on this one. I guess it would purely be the spawn rate, I guess. So if we add a lot less of them. But then we might suffer from that same impact of it being over a large area. We'll try that. See how that looks. Yeah, it looks good actually. It still looks heavy. I don't know whether the size of some of these could come down or not. It didn't look bad anyway. Yeah, it looks quite cool. Cool, I'm quite happy with a quick way to add rain, dude. Do you think ever... Well, okay, yeah, hour and a half, but still. It looks good. It looks good, though. Do you think that... Would some people ever just put a small bit in front of the camera only? Just to, like, reduce the amount of particles you need?
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
you think that's something that happens sometimes, or?
No. I mean, not rain.
No?
But you can make it like you can attach it to the camera and make it use world space. Actually, it should be using world space, right? Let's see, by default. Yeah, it should be world space by default.
So I could
So
make like a really small one on the camera.
try attaching to the camera and play
Yeah, let me make
and see what happens. You don't have to get it small, by the way. Nate.
Yeah, okay. I see your point. I was just keen to. Just so I can see it easier if it's just on the camera. I think it'd be... Oh. Sorry. It's like a blizzard now.
Yeah.
We're spawning.
But I'm saying this that like you won't notice it because it's in world space. As you move, particles should stay where they are.
Oh, right.
Once they spawned, I mean. Of course they will move, but the origin of the particle system will move.
Right. Hold on then. Let me just save this and then we'll get this in. Oh, which one have I... Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry. I will just try and do it now. I just need to know which one I just edited because I accidentally edited the wrong one. So I changed the one called flow instead of slow. What a good... Okay, let's add that back in. That should be a smaller area. Okay, and we're saying we can attach that to the camera. Where is the camera in this third person camera? There it is. So now if we did, I added it to the bloody character rather than, I guess the camera's in the character, isn't it? In this example. Yeah, because the camera's part of the third person character, I don't think we can directly put it on it, but so it takes a while to catch up because the rain's miles above. So it takes like a second to fall and catch up.
Yeah. So that's the issue, but it works.
Yeah. I guess if you had the spawning immediately at the top of the camera, then or you did it wide enough to cover.
Yeah, I mean you shouldn't have changed the values. Then you could get the effect we needed, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to do a quick check, I could always just put the old one in instead. And attach that to the camera instead. Let this kick in. Yeah, but I was just trying to think of ways to have like less. But I guess this would mean you'd set a value where it covers all you need, right? And then it'll just keep following you around.
This is a small room, right? Imagine you're in a huge world that, and the rain is only falling down in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's cool. At least we tried it as well. I think it's a decent thing to have had a go at.
So instead, if you need an effect to follow the camera, like not using the world space, there's a checkbox in emitter properties or something. Yeah, local space. You tick this. You can also try it.
Where is it? So within the particle
emitter properties.
Give me a sec. Can you do it on the emitter in the system or no? Yeah, you should be able to. Emitter properties. Yeah, local space.
Yeah, go try that.
So I'm trying to even think how that would work. Like. What's local space doing in contrast?
No, you cannot.
You can't see because the room's not very big anyway.
No, it doesn't work. you should.
Oh, do you think it would move with the camera? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Is it attached to the camera right now? Yeah, it is, right?
yeah.
Yes, it is. Weird. Well, it works in Unity.
Yeah, yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Have you found out anything else you were looking at? Hey, Ruru, how you doing?
No, I failed everything because like I don't have the same Niagara that people have. That's weird.
Maybe when it was in like the test version, there was more things in it, and they didn't make it into the stable version. I don't know.
Mm,
It sounds a little
that's
frustrating.
sad, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so other effects that we were looking at doing then, I think we can kind of tick off the fact that we did some rain, snow would be the same, so I'm happy with that. So we can either do
You can add noise to the snow as a different approach, I
Oh, is that
guess.
to make it fall a little bit different? Yeah, like we
Y-
did with the Joe
Yes.
hearts. Yes, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. That's a good idea.